Welcome to a special edition of Blended Views Unfiltered interview style. This is DeAndre.
This is Nick behind the camera.
And this is me who didn't consent to this.
She did.
No, I didn't.
She did. We decided to give y'all something new today. We decided to give y'all Sayo solo by herself on the pod. Me and Nick is in the background. We go interview this joker. If y'all seen DJ Vlad, we trying to be like Vlad TV, like BVU TV today. Sayo,
What?
introduce yourself to the people
You just did.
in your own way, please.
Hey, Boos.
Don't be difficult.
It's me, Sayo, a.k.a. Big Mama, a.k.a. Thick and Juicy, a.k.a. Chocolate Goddess, depending on the day I'm having.
Do anybody actually call you these names?
You all call me Sayo and Big Mama.
What about Thick and Juicy and Dark Goddess and all of this
Rocco
different?
does.
I said Chocolate Goddess.
Oh, I thought you said Dark Goddess.
No, you didn't think that.
I wouldn't have said it if I didn't think it. I was thinking that was kind of
Yeah,
racist.
people call me that.
People call you Chocolate Goddess?
Yeah.
Who is people?
Siri.
What Siri look like?
I don't know.
So tell us what's going on. How do the Vlad joints be going? So tell us what you got going on nowadays, Sayo.
Well, school just started today. I just went back to school for respiratory therapy. I'm taking a break from the kids because them kids be whooping my ass, and it's just got me exhausted a little bit. And all I know is mental health in kids. So, dang, I've been in the mental health field for like over a decade. Maybe not over a decade. Anyways, for a long time. So I'm going to do something different. So school started today, and I go to work.
So why are you making a switch from mental health to the respiratory?
Because them kids be whooping my ass, and I'm tired.
Why don't you stick into the mental health for like adults?
I don't want to.
Is there a specific reasoning?
Yeah, well, I never wanted to do like adult mental health. I've always been like attracted to kids, even if it was outside of mental health.
You got to watch how you say attracted to
Oh,
kids.
yeah. God. No. I meant like working with kids. Not attracted to kids like that. Working with kids. Yeah, so all I know is kids. I never want to do adults. Oh my God, work with adults.
Have you had some special cases of some mental health children?
That you're allowed to
You know
share.
what? I take that back. I did work with adults before. I forgot. And I did drug and alcohol for a little bit too. That definitely wasn't my forte. I got too attached. Like I used to work at like a sober house where they had to be there for 3 months because that was like the program. And so I'm working and seeing these people every day.
Both
and then,
men and women?
well, I seen men and women, but I worked on the female side.
Okay.
And like they would get out and overdose and die. And my little heart couldn't take it. Because I'm like, I just seen you every day, like 3 months, and I thought you were doing a good job, but you just couldn't kick this addiction. So yeah, I got out of that kind of real quick. That wasn't for me at all.
How often was they get, we talk to the sober house, if they going in to become sober and they getting out.
And going straight back to their old ways. Yep. I know 3 people that passed from that.
Yeah, that would be tough. I can only imagine. Well, actually, I don't want to imagine, but.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah.
I didn't like that too much.
I can only imagine the mental health field would be something rough dealing with people, dealing with things.
It is.
So why switch to respiratory therapy?
Because it looked like they made good money in there.
Okay.
Is that your solo reason for doing it, just for the money? But what if you don't like it?
I got a degree to fall back on.
In mental health.
Exactly.
Will you?
But you don't wanna do the
about
mental
And
these
I'll find
people?
something else.
You care about these people? I feel like a lot of people get into healthcare and they legit don't be caring.
Oh,
about-
no, I'm not one of those. Like, that's not even my type of, my personality at all. Like, I'm a naturally caring person. So, like, I also think that'll, like, help and come into play, too. Like, any type of healthcare field, I think I'll be good at. Because even, like, now, my job is technically kind of considered, like, healthcare. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, like, I don't know. That's not even my, like, personality or my character not to care about people.
So you would get into anything that had to do with, like, addictions and all that since you've been there before?
Well, I did that. and I cared too much.
Would you ever go back?
I don't know.
Like sex addiction.
Sex addiction?
Yeah. Because you're a caring person. So, I mean.
What do I care about their sex addiction for? No, I never did sex addiction. No? I said drug and alcohol. I said that when I first.
Okay. Would you do sex addiction? I mean, healthcare.
I don't know.
Would you?
Probably not.
Why?
What? How does that even? I'm not. Like, no, I don't think that's like my.
Not your thing.
No.
Okay.
No. Would you?
What?
Get into sex addiction counseling?
Well, seeing as though that this interview is all about you, you can't really come back and ask us questions. But yes, sure. Walk some people through a few things and, help them out.
Okay. Well, it's a no for me, big fella.
Okay. So what is a motivating factor in Sayo's life?
Like motivating just like all around?
In general.
Well, first me. Like I motivate me. And then like now I do stuff like for me. And then outside of me is definitely my family. More so like my sister. Cause like that's my sister. And I always want to give her like, I always want her to be proud to say like, yeah, that's my sister. Yeah. And then now that like, I'm pretty sure we all know like, I lost my grandpa almost 2 years ago. So like, I don't know. I just feel like stuff has to be like extra hard for him. Like, cause I know like he's watching, and if he was here, I know things would be a certain type of way and he would just be like so happy and so proud. So I just feel like I have to like still make him proud, even though he's not here. Yeah.
What does 5 years from now Sayo look like?
So my plan with this respiratory therapy is
I didn't ask that. It's like, no, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. I kid. Why you no laugh at joke?
Joke was no funny.
Dre's laughing.
Dre's a dickhead. Anyway, so my plan is my program is going to take 2 years. So it'll be 2025. I, of course, have to pass my test, get some experience under my belt, like a year or so. And I want to travel. Like, I want to be like a traveling RT.
Nice. What do you think about traveling?
I don't know.
What's your most sought out destination you would love to go to?
You know, it's so crazy. Like, it's in America and I've never been to New York. But I wouldn't want to, like, go to New York. And
so you're telling me right now, if somebody was to give you a blank check,
I would go
anywhere
to New
in the
York.
world, you going to New York?
I would go to New York.
Don't go right now.
I've never been to New York. I've always wanted to go.
Air quality is all jacked up there.
It's coming from Canada.
What that meant.
I know.
Yeah.
Do you see the skies up there in New York right now? They jacked.
Yeah, I always wanted to go to New York. And I don't know why I've never been, like, as many places that I've been.
Yeah, I think New York is a little overrated.
I've never been, so I don't know.
So that's you've been traveling a lot because you've been more places than me. Because I still haven't been to the Bahamas. I mean, Mexico and Jamaica and stuff. But you're telling me a signed blank check, that's where you're taking?
Okay, not a sign. So I'll do, like, New York on my own time.
I'm talking, you had a person say, listen, this is a check. You're going to cover your all expenses
One
paid.
country I always wanted to go to was Brazil.
Nice.
Yeah. Like the pictures and stuff that I see, like I think they're nice. And then like, like they do like the carnivals and stuff like that. When the people wear like the big feathers and stuff.
Well, that's in the islands too, right?
Yeah. Like I want to go to Brazil.
Yeah, those carnivals are kind of slick.
Yeah, I want to go to Brazil.
Yeah. No, Brazil's definitely on the bucket list. What's on the bucket list for you? You've done a lot of, I see you guys, you do a lot of traveling. You guys have a lot of fun. What's some things that you haven't yet to do? And it's like, I have to do that for the end of my life.
I want to skydive.
Nice. Indoor?
No,
You should start with the indoor.
I've done indoor skydiving like 5 times.
How is it?
It's fun.
I never did it.
Yeah, the whole thing, like,
I'm scared of heights.
you're like in a tube.
Are we in the air?
Yeah, but there's a cap as to how far you can go.
If I close my eyes, will I feel like I'm falling?
No, because there's air that's like keeping you up. Unless you hold your body a certain way, that's when you fall.
So why don't we just call it indoor sky floating?
Because they call it diving. I don't know. I didn't make it, but I've done that.
I always wondered, what is the feeling? Does it feel like you're really falling?
So like they make you do like this little tutorial and watch the videos of like how to hold your body and then the signals that they give you, because you always do it with like an instructor, and then they put you in the gear, the suit, the goggles or whatever, and then it's like literally you're in a tube.
You got the instructor on top of you, like the real skydiving?
No.
Oh,
they're like you're floating and they're like holding your hands like that across.
That used to always be my concern if I went skydiving, another man like on top of me.
So of all the things that could happen and of everything else you should think about, your main concern is your trained instructor.
That wouldn't be my main. That wouldn't be my main concern, but it would be.
If he was glazed though?
Yeah, he's directly on top of me. You know, his front is on my back.
I don't know.
What if something happened in there that scares him and he leak a little bit on me?
Then maybe you shouldn't go skydiving.
Maybe. I'm scared of heights anyways. So that's, you want to go skydiving. What else?
Yeah, because everybody that went, well, like people that I know that have done it always say it's like the most like, I don't know, like invigorating and freeing feeling. And like I got just a little fear of heights, just a little, like when your stomach like kind of do like a little flip, but then I'll be fine. Like a little flip.
Oh, I thought you did something else.
No, a little flip. But then I'll be fine after that. So I do want to skydive.
Skydiving.
I don't know. I should probably make a bucket list. But that is one of the biggest things that I want to do is skydiving.
Nice. That's good.
Listen, here's a question for you. If you could name 3 movie titles that describe your life, what would those titles be?
Oh, my God.
The Young and the Restless.
Definitely not. I'm not restless at all.
I don't even know if that's a movie or a TV show.
It's a soap opera.
It's a soap opera.
I don't know. Can I like think about that? I don't have 3 like off the top of my head.
All right. Do you have one off the top of your head?
No. That's not a question that you get asked every day. That you should just like have in a chamber waiting.
You'll maybe think of another one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Here's another one. If you were given a box, all right, this could be a big box, small box. This could be a person or a thing. If you are giving a mystery box, and in there, you could recover 2 things that you've misplaced, lost, whatever the case may be. What would those 2 things be that you would want to recover?
Is it only a thing?
Let's do a thing and a person.
The person would definitely be my grandpa. I feel like that was a no-brainer. Mm-hmm. I would definitely recover my grandpa. Oh, God. Just because, like, life without my grandpa is so different. Like, it's so different. And I know that, like, I say it all the time, like, people pass all the time. Like, it's part of life. We live to die. But
people die every day, B.
I know. And I expected so many more people to like pass before my grandpa. So like him doing it and then so unexpected was just like, whoa, you motherfucker, you. Like, whoa, he wasn't ready for this. But like I find myself now, I was at Save-A-Lot the day before yesterday. I went to get like an onion or something. And it was just like this older couple. They had parked next to me. And it low-key kind of made me salty because they was in a white Acadia. And my grandma used to have a white Acadia. And like the guy was driving and he just like, went and opened up the door. And I was just like, and it made me kind of like think of like where my life is now. Like my grandpa's not here anymore. My grandma doesn't drive. So it was just like stuff like that kind of sometimes just like throw me off. But I would definitely bring back my grandpa, like for sure. And I wouldn't even bring him back for like a long time. I would just bring him back for just a little more time. Maybe just like 24 hours because it was just so unexpected. You know how like people like, oh, we knew she was going to pass. She was sick, blah, blah, blah. Like it literally happened out of nowhere. So it was just like ah! But I definitely would bring him back just for like one day. And more so like outside of me, like for my grandma, I feel like that would like, I feel like that would be good for her. Just a little more time. So for the person, definitely hen dog. A thing. Wow. You said that I lost or misplaced?
Yeah. That you don't have in your possession right now, but you wish you had it.
What have I lost?
I don't know.
What's something that I lost that I wish I had?
Have you ever lost your mind?
Yeah, but I got it back. Okay. It was times I did feel like I was like losing my mind, but I got that back.
Yeah, that's good.
Sex drive?
Huh?
Sex drive?
No. What? No. Sticky note that one too.
Jeez.
It's only 2 sticky notes, or like 1 sticky note with 2 things.
We're climbing. We're really climbing to the top here with these sticky notes already.
No, we're not.
We are. What's the best advice you've ever received?
Oh my gosh. So like this person who I refused to like name, he told me this one time, like, I'm the type of person who can survive off crumbs, but I deserve a full meal. And that probably was like some of the best advice that I ever had. And I'm not going to say who it was. It was just like make his head bigger than what it already is. But like at that point in time, I needed that.
Hey, can we backtrack real quick?
What?
So I think it's only right, like an essay or a paper that you write, you have to put the notations in there, the quotables, just for reference sake.
I used to plagiarize all the time in college, so I'm cool with that, I'm cool with that.
I mean, give us a hint on, who that was.
He's big and black. So anywho, it's like, it was Dre. But no, like at that point in time where I was at in my life, like I needed that because I knew it, but to hear somebody else say it is like, dang, you see this too? Like people can see this. So yeah, that was probably some of the best advice that I had, or like that stuck with me. Because like people say things to you all the time and it either like goes in one ear or out the other, or it's what you need at that moment. And it's like, all right, I needed this, pack it up, then it's gone. Yeah. But like that like still sticks with me. You told me that like sometime last year. So yeah, it's got to be that.
It was early last year. So speaking of that, like surviving off the crumbs and doing all that, right? When was the last time you were in a position in which, or situation in which your best wasn't good enough, whether for you or someone else?
So like my grandmother has dementia, and like a lot of times it's difficult sometimes. Like we have like rough days with her. So in like my immediate family is my grandma, my mom, my uncle, my sister, me, and like my niece, but she's like a baby, so she doesn't really count. So it's just like 5 of us. And a lot of times like stuff will fall on my shoulders because I don't know if I just handle things better or go about things better than, I don't know, but a lot of times stuff falls on my shoulders. And we had an incident where like it was just like a time span where she was off her medicine. So she was like off her fucking rocker and she was just, just doing stuff. So I kind of handle stress better than my mom. My mom is more so emotional and like her first thing is to cry or to, no shots to my mom, but that's just how she do stuff. And her excuse is like, I'm a cancer. Real ghetto of her. Versus me, like I kind of handle things internally. So like, it's hard to find out if something is wrong with me, like if you don't really know me. So like she freaking thought she was a runner track star and she ran off like a thief in the night. She freaking like, we couldn't find her. Now, mind you, she's an older lady. Well, she ain't older. She's 68 and she has dementia. It's dark outside. It's raining. I don't even know if you have on a coat. So like, I just felt kind of slightly defeated at that point in time because like it was just like repeated, like back-to-back stuff she was doing. And I'm like, oh my God, like wait. And we couldn't get her back on her meds because she had to go be reassessed. So we had to wait a little bit of time. So like within this time frame until she was able to get back on her medicine, it was just like we're sitting ducks waiting for what Jesse is about to do next. So it just kind of was like very overwhelming at that point in time. And I feel like always like they look for me to like solve the problem, or they look to me for answers, which like I'm more accepting of like times when I don't have the answer now, because I'm human. I don't always have the answers, opposed to like before where I would just be like, oh, I gotta find an answer or nothing. Like now, like I don't got the answer. I don't know. Like I don't know. Pray, shit. I don't know. But yeah, like at that point in time, because she, she ran off and it was just like, what are we gonna do? Because she was dead set on, if y'all take me back to this place I don't want to be at, I'm running again. And I'm just like, what? You are a different breed to tell us this in our face that you're gonna do this again. You don't see me crying right now? Like, I'm crying. And I don't cry. Like, I really don't cry. Because I just feel like there's other things to do besides cry. But like when we found her, I just like, I approached her very calm and, I put her in the car and I had to walk off like to myself on the other side of the street and I cried. And I'm just like, I cried because one, you always see people like walking the streets and it's just like, oh, like, dang, where's their family or who is letting this happen? And for that to be my grandma and somebody probably just like rolled past her thinking God knows what. Like, I feel like that was the first thing that hurt the most. Like, you was out here looking and this day she looked crazy. Like, she looked crazy. My girl wig was like drier than the Sahara. Like, she on a fur coat down to her ankles. My girl wasn't doing so well. So I'm just like, you looked crazy. Then to know like she walked in the dark, in the rain, from one side of town to the next. First off, you being 68 and doing this while I'm not even walking from here to there without being out of breath is insane. Like, you could have fell over. How did you do this? Where did you get the strength to do this? I don't know. It was just so many emotions that I felt, and I really felt like defeated during that time. Like, all right, up there, you don't see me down here. This is going wrong. Help. Hello, help. But yeah, that was the last time. And that was like a month and a half ago, maybe going on 2 months. So yeah.
What was learned from that? What did you learn from that situation about you?
About me? I know that I'm strong. Like, I know that I'm a strong person. I know that like I'm very capable of holding myself together in like tough situations, but like it's okay for me to be in a tough situation and break down, like because I cried, and usually like I said, my mom's the crier. Like she started crying before we even found her, and I'm telling her like this isn't helping. Cry when we get her. You crying right now is not helping. Like what is your tears doing? Nothing. But it was okay for me to like be vulnerable in a tough situation and like show my emotions and not always feel like I have to always keep it together because nobody keeps it together all the time. But yeah, like I'm allowed to, it's not going to be often, but I'm allowed to have a moment if I need to.
That's good stuff.
What are you passionate about?
Bald head kids. Not even like bald head kids. Kids. I really love kids. Like, I be having days I know, like I said in the beginning, like, I'm tired of these kids whooping my ass. But, like, I really have, like, a passion for working with kids. Especially, like, inner city kids and then, like, kids that have, like, something wrong with them. I don't know. It just kind of makes my heart happy.
You want kids one day?
Well, I can't wait to have a little mini me fucking y'all up. I can't wait.
Boy or girl?
I want one of each, actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you ever date a guy with kids?
You said, did I or would I?
Would you?
Yeah.
2 is her max, though.
You in my business? Get out of there.
Unfortunately.
What are you looking for in a man?
You hungry?
No.
Yeah, I heard your stomach. What?
What are you looking for in a man?
Oh, gosh.
Help the listeners out. Maybe somebody out there looking for a wife, girlfriend.
What am I looking for? Oh, gosh. I just feel like there's so much to say, but like in a nutshell, I just really want my person to feel like home, honestly. Like, and I want to also feel like home to my person too. So like when I say home, my home is the place where I'm the most comfortable. Like, do anything in there, walk around ass naked, full clothes, titties out, wig off, bonnet off, ears. It's the place where I feel the most comfortable. I'm not afraid to be vulnerable in my home. It's just my safe space. That's how I want my person to feel. I don't want to feel like I have to hold anything back from my person. I want it to be like, I had a bad day and I can't wait to get home, or I can't wait to talk to my significant other. Like, I just want to be like real, like, and like healthy love, like real bad. But I also want it to be reciprocated. So I also want my person to challenge me as well, because I always feel like I've grown like since my last relationship, but I don't know that because I haven't like tested it. So I don't know. I can say all day, oh, I'm grown, blah, 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 blah. I don't know because I haven't put it to the test because I haven't been in another relationship. So I want, my person like in a healthy way to like challenge, have you really grown? Do you really not argue anymore? Have your communication skills really improved? Are you considerate? Are you selfish? Like, I want that.
I hear everything you're saying. There's a lot of men that can fall in line, but I'm pretty sure there's some things on top of that you want before that.
That I want before that?
Yes.
Or something like physical appearance?
Just what are you looking for in a man as far as like what he does for a living? Is he ambitious?
Please, oh my God, please be ambitious. I think that's so unattractive.
There's a lot of men out there that can make you feel like home.
But I think
got a few friends like that you're probably gonna turn them down, but they can make you feel homey.
How you know?
I just know their personality.
It's a homey personality?
Yeah, they're my homie.
Anyway, I think it's so unattractive for like a man to not be ambitious or to have like no type of goals or drive for himself. It's nasty.
What does ambition look like for you? Because, are you familiar? Well, probably not. With that Ebony Williams woman, she made a comment basically saying she won't date. They asked her would she date a man that would drive a school bus, and she said only way I'll drive a man that drives a school bus or a bus in general is if he owns the bus. So what does ambition look like for you? Like, are you looking for like he has to make a certain amount of money, or it's just the potential, or what does that look like? Like entrepreneurial.
He doesn't have to be an entrepreneur. He can work a job, that's for someone else. I would prefer him to have like a career. I have a career, and I don't think it's wrong of me to like seek out a person.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong
with a career.
But that's what I meant. That's what I meant when I asked you, like, because there's some stay-at-home dads that can make you feel real homey.
But if you don't have a career, I also don't think that's a bad thing either. I feel like people make money in a lot of different ways, like nowadays, that are like legal. And I'm not talking about, it's so hard for me to say because I was about to say I ain't talking about sitting at home on your ass playing video games, but people make bread being gamers. Like, that is a money-making field. Is that even a field? I don't even know what it is.
It is.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's so hard. I just feel like you have to have some sort of like hustle about yourself, like some sort of like drive, some sort of go-get attitude, like provide attitude, because like I feel like I have that about me. Like I'm not, sitting on my ass waiting for some man to come and take care of me. Like I get up, I go to work. Hell, I work 2 jobs. And like I'm in school now. So it's like I just feel like I would prefer him to like I need you to be doing something. Like I need something to work with here.
What if he made less money than you?
Okay.
So we living in a day and age, I've been hearing a lot of women say, my man gonna make this much money. Can you respect a man if you pay majority of the bills?
If I paid majority of the bills?
Or you paid the big ones?
What else does he do?
Let's just say out of all the bills you have, what's the big main ones is house, transportation, food. Let's say you pay the rent and the car note. And you pay everything else.
I pay rent and car note?
You pay the big stuff, rent, car note.
He works?
And he might pay like the Hulu bills. The
Hulu bill is wild.
I mean, like, the
Hulu bill is insane.
The little auxiliary bills and stuff like that. That's kind of like they just come out. He cover all the little here and there stuff, but you cover the main stuff.
But gas, water, light too.
So he pays a.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm just saying, like, let's just
wait.
Say,
you mean hold on?
Let's say you cover.
This man said the Hulu bill.
I was just joking with that. Let's say you cover you're carrying a lot of the weight in the bills. Let's just say that.
Is this for a long how? I'm asking these questions so I can formulate my answer.
Well,
what is
just,
our situation?
I mean, let's just say y'all both, and you say you want him to have a career, and you're in your career. Let's just say y'all career is pretty set, so it's like you're gonna make maybe anywhere $10,000 to $20,000 more, give or take. But you're kind of in your careers, and you want this lifestyle, and your career pays for majority of it.
He has a career too?
Yeah, but the lifestyle you want, his career can't obtain it as much as you would like.
Is this the career that he wants, or is this something he's settling for? Like, is this like,
let's say my man is passionate about what he do, he just don't make a lot of money.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all.
So my original question is, can you respect him as a leader?
Yes. I don't feel like you like being a man or you being able to like lead me should be off the amount of money that you make over something that you're passionate about. Because he might think what I'm passionate about is bullshit. Yeah. Or somebody else might think like, oh, she like kids, fuck them kids. Like, but that's what like I feel like I give my all to. That's something that like is really passionate to me. And it may not make as much money as a chick who's an engineer. Yeah. But that's what she's passionate about. So what makes your career besides, you know, the amount that you bring home more important than mine? So no, I don't.
It's interesting.
What wouldn't you go for with in a relationship when it comes to something like that? When it comes to like finances?
I'm not about to be out here paying a mortgage and car notes. You paying a fucking Hulu bill, Netflix, Wi-Fi. I need you to pull your weight around here too, baby.
No, so I heard this
Planet Fitness.
I heard this joint.
That's insane.
I heard this joint recently.
Them add up though. It might be about a couple $100 at the end.
That's true. About $200 a month.
All that little stuff add up on you.
Everything else he's stacking up for vacation time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, Apple bills.
Vacation time.
Yeah.
We need to take care of home before we go on a vacation.
I feel you. So this one lady, she said, because everybody talks about the 50-50 thing, right? Can we go 50-50 with it? You believe in that?
No. And I only said that because I don't know. Like, y'all know me. I'm not like one of those. Hope the shit got paid, didn't it? Hell, you might pay it this month. I might pay it next month.
Okay, cool. So that's along the lines of what this lady, she said. She doesn't believe in 50-50. She does believe in like, and this is in general in a relationship, not just finances. She said, you may come 1 month and be 80-20. She's like, I may be the 80, he may be the 20.
Right.
The next month he may be 100. She said, but look, it could be a situation in which, you know, she brought up the fact that her mom, something happened with her mom. She was just like, listen, just in general, I'm at a 10%. That's all I got. He was like, man, well, I'm at about 25% right now. She said at that point, there could have been a breakdown in the relationship.
Hold on. Let's stop right there. So they said that the one, she's on a 10%.
Overall, they got 35%.
Though.
Oh, I thought you meant like
general.
they're 35% paying for their life.
That's what I thought.
No.
Like, hold on now.
Just in general.
Okay.
So probably finances aside.
Okay.
Right? Because you said, again, 50-50.
You're talking about like effort.
Yeah, because 50-50 is in everything. Like maybe the
I
love,
got you.
going on dates, or just communication. Just like, listen, I'm at 10% right now. It's like, man, I'm at 25%. So at that moment, it could have been a breakdown in the whole entire relationship. Said, but they decided right there in that moment, even though tragedy was about to strike, it's like, we need to come to the table because something's got to happen or else it could be catastrophic. Yeah. Somebody needs to pick up a larger load, whether it be you or I, but we need to figure this out. Right. Yeah. So do you feel like stuff like that is healthy, or would you not, or would you be opposed to
what
that kind of idealization in a relationship?
No, I feel like I don't feel like anybody is always at, if you're in a relationship 50% all the time, or even if like you're outside just yourself, I don't feel like anybody is always the max. Life happens, shit happens. Everybody is not always like on their game or like, I'm feeling my best self today. That doesn't always happen. So no, I'm not opposed to that. What I listened to the most was them actually realizing like, hey, we have like an issue here, and they actually sat down and talked about it and did something about it, opposed to letting it break them, or opposed to like them allowing it to be a huge issue or factor in their relationship. So I don't know. I feel like, heck, it that could even go for finances. Sometimes I might be the 20 and he have to, you know, carry on the 80% so we can make sure this got paid. But at the end of the day, like, did it get paid? Yes. Are we sitting in the dark? No. Let's move on. It's a partnership opposed to like, hey babe, you got that $50 because we was going to do on half and half. What? That is insane. Like, imagine asking your spouse for, like, you paid it, but imagine asking for your money back. That's insane. Like, that's wild. That is wild as hell. Y'all live in the same house.
You know what's crazy? As wild as that sound, I know many relationships.
That is crazy, like and that's going for both sides. Like, I wouldn't even be comfortable. I just feel like it's gonna not even made up because like you're reaping off of this too. Why does it have to be like I need this back? What? Like, what do you mean? I'm not asking for you back for it back from you.
Just get paid today.
Yeah, like, can I get my $50 back?
Bro, the crazy thing about that is I know many people. I firsthand know many people that operate like that. And
maybe that works for them, but I don't know. Like me, I don't
think that it do.
I don't feel like I would be able to. I feel crazy myself asking. So I covered your half of the light bill last week. You got that for me? What? Like, what? That sounds crazy. I wouldn't be able to. No.
Yeah, in that case, we roommates.
Exactly. We are roommates who say we love each other and fuck from like time to time. That's crazy.
See nothing wrong with that.
Oh my God.
The crazy thing is, and I'm sitting here shaking my head because you're absolutely 100% right. And it's just like, I know people firsthand. Like, I know people that's like, hey, I need you to pay your bills this month. And it's like it's all right. Ain't we both using this?
Like, the same way you need this water to wash your ass, I need it too. So, like, why you asking for your half back? Like, I don't know. I wouldn't.
So, what does like true support mean to you? Like, what is it to you? What's your version of support? Like, how do you receive support? Like, in your, like, not give it, right? Because we understand you're a caring person and you can survive off crumbs, but like, what's your version of support?
I think support is more so an action opposed to words, because anybody could always just like, oh, I'll be there for you. Call me if you need anything. Like, you need the, like, I'm here for you. They can say it, but like moments where you actually need it and people actually show up for you, that's support. And then it makes it even better when you don't have to ask for it, because why do I have to? If you say that this is the role that you play in my life and this is where you stand, and if we know that like if the tables were turned, you wouldn't have to ask for it from me, why would I have to ask for it from you? So like support to me is I shouldn't have to ask for you to support me. If you rock with me a certain type of way, or if this is how we stand, then show up and do, opposed to just say like.
So how does you, right, as a single black woman, you're about to turn 40 this year.
What?
How do you
What?
30, my bad.
Thank you.
About to turn 30 this year. How does
thought she was already
single 30-year-old black woman find support, right? You got a full-time job.
Two of them.
You hopping back in this, two full-time jobs.
I do not have two full-time jobs.
3 if you include Rocco.
Oh my God.
So you got 3 jobs.
That night gig.
2 jobs in the part-time, right, with Rocco.
That side hustle.
And this, can't forget about the side hustle.
What's the side hustle?
We talk about that off camera.
Go to hell.
So
I don't think you want the viewers to know about that.
Oh my God.
You jumping into school now. You just started back at school. Like, so how does someone who survives off crumbs, we got your version of support. How do you, how do you find a support system? Juggling all that you juggle and going through what you go through, how do you find, or should you have to find, a support system? Because I find that to be one of the most difficult things. Well, no, I don't find that. I hear, right? Because you always hear, I'll say it, like you hear a lot of black women, especially single black women that not in a relationship, like they kind of, it's usually geared toward relationships and black men. Black men ain't can't find this, can't find that because they need this and that. Or I can get it on my own, but it's like, you kind of like sounds like you're screaming for help at the same time. And like if you found support that you would 100% take it. So how does one in your position find support?
So what areas are we talking about?
Everything.
All right, so
just in general.
As far as like, I'll just start everywhere. As far as like financial support, like I do it on my own. But if it ever was a time where it was just like a fuck, I'm in a pickle, or I need this and that, I know that I have people that would just be like, here, I got it, you got it, and would never, I would never hear about it again. It would never be like well, remember that time I let you blah, 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 blah. I have people like that around me, and I'm blessed because a lot of people don't, but I do have people like that around me. So like financially, like outside of me making sure I'm good, I know that I have a few people that I could fall back on. What else?
Everything. Okay, let's go emotionally, mentally, spiritually.
Stop. Emotionally. So emotionally is on my own. I'm still learning to like always express my emotions, like verbalize them to like someone else, because I'm so used to dealing with things internally and solving my own problems. And like now I do not always take advantage of like the people that I have in my life that I know are like there for me. So if it is a time where it's just like I'm emotionally drained, or if it's just like, guys, I'm just not with it today, like I'm sad, or I don't feel like myself, or you know what, I can't be, show up Sio. I need to be showed up for today. I know I have people like that in my life, but it's more so me. I don't always take advantage of it or like use it, if that makes sense. But the people are there.
Yeah.
Spiritually, that's an area in my life can admit that I do need to do better at. That's definitely not one of my strongest areas, and I need to get better at that. Like I pray every day. I definitely pray every day. I have a Bible verse that comes to my phone every day, but I know that's not enough. Like I want to.
What was the verse today?
And then, listen, and what's crazy? Like sometimes if it's not a verse that like stick, after I read it, I be like, oh, whatever. Like after I get out the shower, I'll remember what I read. And I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be like, I don't remember what I read.
I'm just laughing. Put you on the spot.
It was a verse today. So I saw a video that said, like people can pray all the time, blah, 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 but does God know you? And I wanted to be like, God know who I am. Like we have a relationship. And I always think about it, and I have thought multiple times like, dang, like I wonder if God like ever talked to me, or like, God, you be talking to me. But it's just like any other relationship. If you're not familiar with the voice of somebody calling your name, you're not going to know who calling you.
Yeah.
So like God could be talking to me all the time, but being that I do not have the relationship that I need to have to be able to hear him, he could be saying all type of stuff to me and I never know it, because it sounds crazy to say, but like we're probably strangers. For real. Like we probably strangers. I want God to be like my bestie. Like I want to kick it with him. Not like that, because I want to still live a little bit. But for real, like I want it to be like no, I don't feel, like I need to get stronger spiritually. So yeah, that area is definitely not where I need it to be.
Get you back in church.
Thank you. Amen.
Come to my church.
I need in-person church. And it's not knocking online.
Trust me. I bet you'll like it.
But I like in person. Like I like
Why ain't you been? It's like,
I'm a heathen sometimes. But even like with school, like I don't even know how like this online is about. I need my teacher in front of me teaching me. I need church I need to be in the midst. That's what I need. But I'm definitely not knocking online church. So that's spiritually. We're gonna work on that. What's the other one?
Mentally.
Who?
Mental.
Fuck.
Just talking about God. Nah,
Oh, God, forgive me. That was not nice. Mental.
he knows you're all right.
Yeah, he does. Mental, I feel like, I don't know. It kind of makes me happy to talk about my mental.
What are you feeding your mental?
Huh?
What are you feeding your mental on a daily basis?
Pound Town.
You do listen to that a lot.
That has nothing to do. That doesn't affect me in any type of way. I like ratchet music and thug music, viewers. I feel like this is something that y'all already know about me, and I'm not afraid to admit it. Thank you. This is for all the females out there who the world judges us for being pretty girls who love trap music. It's okay to be you, boo. Just say a prayer at the end. I tell people all the time, I'm from the south side of heaven. That's all. But anywho,
Don't tell nobody that again.
huh?
Don't tell nobody that again.
All right. Mentally, I get happy, but shut up, Nick. I say I get happy because like there literally was a point in time where I felt like I was losing my mind. Like literally, I felt like I was going crazy with just everything that I was dealing with emotionally, like with my family. I was in school at the time, and I just felt like nobody ever asked, "So how are you?" Whether you meant it or not, like nobody, it was like for a while, no one was asking me that. And I feel like, you know, during this point in time, which is how I, unbeknownst to me, slipped into a depression that I didn't know I had until I sat in front of my therapist and she like, yeah, girl, you big depressed, not the little one big. And I'm like, what? She like, yeah. But I don't know. I feel like I've come so far, like with my mental. I'm much calmer with a lot of stuff. Like I'm much calmer with just, I don't know, just like stuff. It'll be like just random. I got my hair pulled today at work by this little kid, and she tried to pull my wig off. Now I should have cussed, but while she had, you know, like she had a grip, a grip on my bust down, and I'm like,
So that's why your braid's showing right now?
my braids ain't showing. Okay. Not a braid is showing. Anyway, get out my business. But I don't know. It was just like in that situation, like I wasn't mad. I wasn't anything. It was just like, let go of my hair. Like, let go of my hair. But that's something small, but I just noticed myself like being calm in situations that I know would have been a trigger for me before. And I just feel like there's other ways to express myself opposed to like yelling and arguing, which is what I used to do. Or like talking over a person or just listening to respond opposed to like actually listening to understand what somebody is saying to me. Yeah, so like I feel like I'm good mentally. And then once again, just like I can say, like I'm proud to say I have a good support system like in my life to feed me in all of the areas like of my life. So mentally, I know if it's a day where it's like, y'all, I'm fucked up mentally today, I have people that can like realign me and get me back on track and to speak life into me and just be exactly what I need. So yeah, but my mental, like I'm good now.
Dig it.
You call me a nigga?
I said dig it.
Oh, I thought you said nigga.
We're going to get up out of here, but we got to return to the 3 movie titles.
I know, I didn't even think about it while I was talking.
Think now. You can name 3 movie titles that best describe your life. What would they be?
Oh, Stella Got Her Groove Back is one.
How?
But not even sexually. Because, you know, like Stella was out there doing it and all of that.
Yeah,
but mine is like in a different way. I feel like I'm in a place right now in my life where it's just like I'm happy. Like, and I wasn't able to say that before. Like, I'm happy. I'm doing stuff for me. Like, I'm going back to school. I'm excited to like embark on this new journey that I'm about to enter into. So it's like, yeah, bitches, I got my groove back. So definitely that. That's crazy. That just popped in my head. Wow, what's a movie? I probably should have been thinking about this, huh? I was supposed to, but I wasn't.
Yeah, it's hard to think and talk.
Yeah, I know.
I agree with you.
I don't know, Dre. I don't have 2 more. Just call me Stella right now.
Stella?
Yeah.
Okay, Stella.
But the MILF version. No, not the MILF, because I'm not nobody's mom. Like the young tenderoni version of Stella.
Okay.
Maybe call me Stale. No, not Stale. Stellita. Stelliana.
All right, Stella.
Yeah.
Leave the people with something good.
Oh gosh, hey boos, it's me. Something good for the people. It's never too late to reinvent yourself, and that could be whatever it is you want it to be. That could look like whatever it is you want it to look like. Your situations don't define you. People go through stuff all the time, just like Nikki over there said. People die every day, B. They do. But make sure you always do what's best for you. It's never too late to bounce back from anything. It's never too late to, you know what? I don't like this career anymore. I want to seek out another one. You're not a tree. You're not stuck. Nice. So if you want to do something about your situation, if you're not happy with it, do something about it. And if you don't have the means to, find them. That's it. The sky literally is the limit. And that's probably not even the limit because the man walked on the moon. So they say.
So they say.
So they say. But no, for real. Like, you only get one life. Do with it what you need to do with it. Because once you did, you're dead.
No better way to close it out than that.
Hey, y'all. Play the moments, positive memories, stop the pain, keep the happiness on repeat. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.